folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be looking into today? Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir has threatened to target Reliance Industries Jamnagar Refinery. Now in this video, we will be discussing as to what is the context behind that threat, what are the security dimensions associated with it, what are the strategic elements. This is not just your conventional warfare that threatening to let's say target a economic facility. So we will also be speaking about your hybrid warfare, and we will also be at the end discussing a possible mains question from this topic. Alright, let's get into the video. Now when I mentioned the topic and what we will be discussing in the subtopics, we have to see how this topic is relevant to your UPSC perspective, that is from your GS paper 2 perspective, international relations, and also GS paper 3 perspective of security understanding, and also with respect to usage of advanced technology, warfare understanding. So we will be discussing all of those. Now first, what is the context? Why is Pakistan's army chief threatening to target an economic post in India? Recently, this is the second time Pakistan's chief Asim Munir has visited USA for a luncheon invited by US President Donald Trump. When your Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir had been to USA, he addressed a group of Pakistani nationals in Tampa, Florida. Now, there he has given a lot of statements wherein you can be heard saying that if Pakistan goes down, then we will take half the world down with us, or trying to again the same thing what Pakistan always does, that it is a nuclear country. Why does the country tell it's a nuclear country? Basically trying to create a nuclear deterrence. Why are they telling? If at all, let's say in one of the aspects he has mentioned, if India wants to construct a dam on Indus water treaty and violate it, we will wait for, that is Pakistan's army chief is mentioning, they will wait for India to complete the dam and shoot it down with 10 missiles. So basically these are all the threats that is made. And similarly, he has also pointed out to a social media post where he has held that he wanted to target the Reliance Refinery facility at Jamnagar, Gujarat. This he told he wanted to sanction this even during the conflict between your India and Pakistan. Now why does he want to do that? And for that, what India's response was, first of all, India said nuclear deterrence or using the nuclear threat is something that India will not budge to, first thing. Second thing, speaking about a nuclear threat in a third party country which has friendly relationship with India is not right, and that too this was made in US soil. These comments by Pakistan Army Chief was made on US soil. Understanding? Now, when we said Jamnagar facility, that is the oil refinery, it is the world's largest single site refining facility. Almost 12% is coming from that facility alone. So when he referenced to this threat, how does he intend to carry out this? He made, that is Pakistan Chief Asim Munir made a reference to a Quranic verse, Surah Al-Fil, meaning that it will be through aerial attack. Understanding? And why exactly he wants to target? See, usual target, or if you see conventional way of targeting India is through military, understanding, attacking the military sites, cross border sites, these things. Why exactly does he want to attack an economic facility? One of the main things is to destroy the symbolic target or hit a symbolic target. For example, India's richest man Mukesh Ambani, and if his facility of Jamnagar facility is attacked, then that would mean an attack on economic power of India. India is the largest growing economy. It is in the top 5 list. Yes, and also Pakistan also knows it cannot be a match to the conventional let's say might of Indian military. And this shift from a purely military target to economic warfare focus indicates that they are trying to bring all of this in and begin an era of hybrid warfare. Now let's see what is the strategic importance of Jamnagar. See, in Jamnagar alone, India's entire 12% of refining capacity is contributed from. This is a major exporter of refined petroleum, and also it is a oil to telecom to retail, which all comes under your Reliance conglomerate, which is associated with your Mukesh Ambani. So, when you are going to target the richest Indian, it is almost like you are hitting the economic aspect, and this will hit the psychological psyche of the people. Understanding? And also, this creates a lot of concerns. Yes. Now, what is the strategic targeting on this economical assets? Like we mentioned, first and foremost, trying to hit your military bases was conventional one. Whereas when you hit a economical facility, and in this point let's take your Jamnagar facility, then you are trying to hit what India is growing on. For example, India's growing corporate power, India's growing strategic power, where we are trying to utilize your, let's say, IT is one of the things that we will try to showcase whenever we are trying to form the diaspora. Understanding? We are also trying to make a link to use that to our advantage. So they are trying to not just hit our hard powers but also soft power and psychological psyche. And one more thing is, because of its large scale, it is the single largest complex which is there for oil refinery. There are many other refineries in the same vulnerable areas as same as your Jamnagar facility. But Jamnagar facility has other symbolic attachment to it. They are not hitting just because it's an oil facility. It is also because how big it is. It belongs to whom. If I hit that, then how would it impact India? So this is out and out a purely economic warfare alongside your military. Then it will be into your hybrid warfare. Now it is located in the west coast, and also one of the concerns is that it is within the strike capability of Pakistan, which becomes concerning. Another thing is, India's refining sector is the backbone for our exports and also our energy independence. When you create a crunch in this sector, it becomes a huge affecting factor for our trade balance, and also this will create a domestic crisis because your supply of fuel will fall, means then it would become, because we are a developing country, we are energy deficient. At the same point of time, it would impact our economy through your foreign exchange, economic loss, and also it will create a ripples in the shipping and logistics sectors also. Understanding? So this is the target of your Pakistan or your army chief Asim Munir in trying to tell this. Alongside this, Pakistan is trying to create a full frontal and all-round attack on India. That is where we call as hybrid warfare, where conventional attack on your military facilities, your economic attacks. Now as they are trying to do, when they are mentioning they will hit the Jamnagar facility, it is out and out economic warfare. Alongside create a cyber warfare and a psychological warfare. Now the reason why they selected this Jamnagar facility is because it will put a threat on Indian psyche. Understanding? So it is an economic coercion and psychological signaling. Again, why are they trying to do this? Because of the asymmetric strategy, Pakistan cannot match India's military strength. So how are they trying to go? They will try to pick high impact civilian target and high value targets and attack those. Understanding? So This brings us to the big question. Should we just take it as a hoax, or is there any shred of reality to it? There has been past intelligence alerts also stating that Pakistan-based terror organizations have been trying to hit the oil installations, and another reason is the region's vulnerability because of its strategic location on the west coast, and it is on lines where it is within the capability of or range of Pakistan to hit the targets. And if this does, then our national priority is in order to protect its critical infrastructure. How do we try to protect that? First and foremost, our critical infrastructure protection through institutional framework or your NCIIPC, that is your National Critical Information Infrastructure, so you can see it here, yes, under your certain. Then also you will deploy our forces near the border areas, refineries, ports, airports, and also make sure our naval and coastal surveillance are high near your Arabian Sea. So you boost up your maritime security, and also be militarily prepared with our air defense command integrations, S-400s and Akash, which was used in Operation Sindoor. Yes, so this system coverage for your western coast area. This would be some of the ways how India can strengthen itself and also collect a large amount of intelligence resources, right? With this, India can try to possibly avert this crisis. What is a possible mains question from this topic? Discuss the strategic importance of critical energy infrastructure in India and the measures needed to safeguard it from cross-border threats. In this, now see, I have given us one separate section called as analysis area, where you will see how initially it was only conventional, right? You can also mention about an example of few wars that India and Pakistan have had. Your Pulwama attack, you can also mention your Pahalgam terror attack and how India carried out cross-border terrorism and all these public-private coordination, technology integration and international cooperation. So basically try to cover different aspects. Understanding when we say importance of critical energy infrastructure, it is not just about an infrastructure, it is the impact that infrastructure has on India. Understanding both economically as well as psychologically. Alright, with this we come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.